a sticker that says we survived Mitchell Falls Road. I wouldn't say we did it unscathed. So our fun is that on the way in, the shock absorber on the trailer seized open, and so then it broke the mount for the shock absorber. The bolts for the disc brakes wound themselves out, and the top bolt fell out, which dropped the disc into the wheel. All of the nuts on the back of the disc pad guides have come off. It's taken 2 nuts off of the draw slide for the fridge. It vibrated one of the mounts out from underneath the rooftop tent, so I had to cut a chunk of wood out of a tree this morning, put it back under there and bolt it up. It snapped the mount for the front driver's side shock absorber on the front of the car, so I've had to remove that until I can get a replacement. And we lost the lock on the trailer door.
Anyway, we'll give you an update of our experience of Mitchell Falls itself in another clip. But now we're off to Drysdale River Station for some rest, hopefully. So Darren, tell me, what are we doing?
We are going to wash the car.
And where are we doing this?
In the middle of is it the Drysdale River?
Don't know.
Well, it's the river crossing just up from the Drysdale station, and since nowhere lets you use water to do your car, naturally speaking, I'm going to wash the car while we have water available to us.
And what do we have? And it's like quite a pretty spot here. Looks like a nice free camp spot over there, Daz. And I need to get video evidence of how pretty she looks before she gets dirty in the next 5 minutes again.
You okay?
You feel better?
I feel better, especially now that the solar panel's clean.
what to do.
So this is the airbag. Now just in case this popped or broke or split, I brought a spare airbag. So I have a spare airbag. It's leaking out of here, the actual base of the airbag. Unfreaking believable.
What are you gonna do now?
Now I'm going to take the airbag apart and attempt to see if I can't seal it from the inside. I don't know what's inside, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect.
So we figured out where it's leaking from. Where's it leaking from?
Well, it's leaking up through here and out of here.
And can we do something about that?
Well, it just so happens that I bought a packet of, or a tube of silicone at the first hardware store just in case we might need it somewhere along the way for a leak on the trailer. And that's probably the thing that might save us now.
Yippee!
So these bolts are, I don't know, fused in or something, I'm not sure, but literally cannot get them out. So, which just makes it all the more depressing that it even leaked in the first place. But all I can do is put some silicone around there and hopefully either it seals or the air pressure of the bag will push it into wherever it's leaking and stop it leaking. Put it back together and cross our fingers. Well, probably can't see much, but a bit of a debrief. Don't know if you can see the Jeep over there. Why are we here? Well,
Good question.
we came out of Mitchell Falls, stayed the night at Drysdale, came out of Drysdale, and so we've come out of Drysdale with one shock absorber missing on the trailer, and one missing on the car. And we reached a rest stop at the turn off to Wyndham, and I'd noticed a few anomalies while driving. And anyway, I noticed that the airbag had deflated on one side of the trailer. So I've got under there, stuck my head under there, have a look, and the second shock absorber has broken the mount. And when I say broken the mount, I'm talking it has snapped a piece of 6mm steel and come off. So in the process of that, I tried to find out why the airbag was leaking, and found that the airbag, so just to set the record straight, I brought a spare airbag just in case we popped one, split one, whatever. I brought a spare airbag. So I figured out after some testing that the airbag was leaking through the bolt, the mounting bolt in the top of the airbag, which obviously I don't have a spare for. So I've had to take the airbag out, take it apart, put some silicone on the inside of the bolt in the hope that it will seal that part of the airbag, put it back in, which it has done. While I was under there, I noticed that there was a bolt missing out of the inside part or the inside mounting on one of the swing arms or one of the control arms for the wheels. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. It has snapped a 12mm high tensile bolt and bent the 6mm steel bracket holding it in place. So I'm like, oh great, that's awesome, that'll be our next catastrophe. So we got the airbag fixed, got it back in, left that rest stop, took it really easy, like I'm talking doing 40 kilometers an hour, trying to nurse our way with no shock absorbers, just in the hope of reaching the bitumen so that we can get to Kununurra and hopefully fix these issues. No. We get 6 kilometers past Ellenbray and the second bolt snaps in that lower control arm, which drops the control arm, which drops the tyre into the wheel hub, and that's, yeah, end of days. So sat there for several minutes, didn't we, thinking, you know, what the hell are we going to do about this? So I took a bolt from the right side and put it into the left side in order to get us mobile. We were going to head back to Ellenbray and see what happens, but we found a rest stop, or no, we just found an entranceway on the road.
Just to be off the road.
Off the road, yeah, because if something goes past, it's dusty and dangerous and all the rest of us. So we just found somewhere off the road to stay the night. So we'll probably unhitch the trailer tomorrow, drive back to Ellenbray, see if they can have a bolt perhaps or whatever. Otherwise, yeah, we've got to limp our way to Kununurra, so hence why we are here. And as beautiful it is, with nothing around us but quiet and crickets and frogs and whatever, we are in somewhat dire straits. Money for nothing and the chicks for free. So this was our drama. The road has managed to snap those bolts. So the ones that were in there originally are 12mm high tensile bolts, and it didn't break my mount, hasn't broken any of my welds, but it snapped 2 12mm bolts and bent an 8mm bracket. How? Same here, the bump stop has disintegrated, which has allowed the shock absorber to bottom out, which again has snapped 6mm, I think that might be 6mm steel plate. Hasn't broken the weld, snapped the plate.
It Yet another beautiful Kimberley sunset at the Pentecost River Crossing. And what just happened, Daz?
Beautiful sight. Look at that beautiful sight. There is bitumen.
What just happened, Daz?
We just did the Pentecost River Crossing, so as of previous stories, we lost 2 bolts out of the A-arm yesterday and had the A-arm drop out. So I managed to get us mobile again, went back to Ellenbray, got a couple of bolts, put them in, lost another one of those on the way here to Home Valley.
Home Valley Station, yep.
Got a bolt from Home Valley, which wasn't really the right bolt, but it seems to have stayed in place. So we literally did 15 kilometers an hour over the corrugations for the last 10 kilometers of the Gibb River Road, because I just could not afford for any of those bolts to break before we hit that bitumen, knowing as well that this river crossing was coming up. So all a bit scary up ahead of time, but in the end really quite easy. Yeah,
we did the river crossing and we completed the Gibb.
We completed the Gibb.
Oh.
I wouldn't say unscathed, but we have completed the Gibb.
Maybe not everything, but a lot of it. We completed a lot of it. We can definitely say we have survived.
We did the Gibb.
The Gibb. Yes, and now off
Now let's get the hell out of here, onto that bitumen, into Kununurra for a shower and some repairs.
Dear Lord.
That's why I put the key back in there.
No,